let's talk some video games. We have some nominees here for the game of the year.
Hmm.
We have God of War Ragnarok, Elden Ring, A Plague Tale Requiem, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Now,
Wow,
Dan,
that's just
Those are
actually on the
solid
list.
games, man. That's a entirely solid list. Not necessarily the games that are all games I would play, but that's a solid list.
but so what I was asking is there any games that you would think should be on here on this list?
Anything else
And
that should be on this list?
yeah.
All right. So, in terms of games that may or may not have been snubbed,
Hmm.
I know there's this one that everybody's talking about, Vampire something or other. That's supposed to be like phenomenal. That people are saying like this might legit be game of the year, and once it wasn't named as a nominee, everyone got pissed.
Yeah.
Uh, Kirby would have been a nice nomination, but I don't think Kirby would have outdone any of these other games. Another game being Sifu. Sifu was a big
Sifu,
hit for a lot of
yes.
people.
Yeah.
Once again, I don't know if Sifu can top any of these games. The one here that I look at and I'm just a little bit iffy on is Stray.
Stray? Yeah, that's what I was thinking
Um,
too.
Stray was fine and everything, but at the end of the day, it was kind of just like
I haven't
you run
even
around, you're a cat. It's
finished it.
fun,
Yeah.
yeah, it's fun, but it is what it is. The Xenoblade fans love this, and as an RPG, this might be the. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is going to win RPG of the year if it doesn't go to Elden Ring.
Hmm.
Um,
JRPG.
exactly. So it all depends. It's like when you start looking at this, it's like in terms of like who wins what. It's like, hey, if everybody starts voting for Elden Ring to win Game of the Year, they might put Xenoblade Chronicles to win RPG of the year. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? Just so people can be like, oh, well, I know they're not going to win this, so let me give them their flowers here. So it's
Yeah.
like a whole thing. I don't know what's going to happen. Honestly, I feel like it really is going to come down to the obvious two:
God
God
of
of
War and
War
Elden
and
Ring.
Elden Ring.
Hmm.
And Rudy just put something in the chat that's actually been a weird thing: the fighting game of the year, Sifu, which a lot of people are like iffy on that because it's like, is it a fighting game? Like it is, but it isn't at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like when you think of a fighting game, you think of something like a Mortal Kombat, like a Tekken, like a
Oh,
Street
okay.
Fighter.
That
Now,
type of fighting game.
I mean that is a fighting game.
Hmm.
Like essentially, you have the sometimes it's 2D, sometimes 3D, blah blah blah. But then you look at Sifu, it's like Sifu, you're running around, you're fighting people. Like that is clearly a fighting game as well, but it's not a traditional one. So a lot of people are iffy about that. So I don't know, man. But what
I
do you
mean,
guys think is
all in
gonna
all,
win?
I think we had a great year of gaming.
I've been
Um,
saying that all year, and everyone's like, "Oh, it was just Elden Ring and then God of War." I was like, "No, we've had a good year all year." I've been saying
no,
that from the
yeah,
beginning.
we definitely had a good year. And who do I think is gonna win?
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
want you
play
guys to
Elden
guess.
Ring.
Yep.
The only games I played on this list of 6 games are Stray, and I'm playing God of War Ragnarok now. So I'm gonna have a bias with God of War.
Hmm.
I didn't play Elden Ring, so I honestly can't give a good opinion on which game should be game of the year.
Hmm.
I was thinking of watching the Elden Ring story to see and compare the Elden Ring story to the God of War Ragnarok story, and knowing that Elden Ring is a Souls or Souls like game. Um, uh,
No, it's definitely a Soulsborne game.
okay, a Soulsborne game, and going off of that and trying to make that decision later. But I don't know. I guess I'll just go with the obvious since it's what I'm playing now. I'm gonna say God of War is gonna be the hit this year.
Hmm. This guy, what would you make a guess to?
I'm gonna stay true to my God of War. It's done me well, so I really think it's gonna go home. It's just swing for a home run.
Hmm.
You know. But I'm actually really shocked Xenoblade's up there. I'm really looking forward to that. Actually, I gotta pick that up because I played the second one, and so now I really want to play this one. I'm like souped up that it got that sort of recognition, and so it's clearly going to be like definitely quite the experience.
Yeah,
And
people love that game. People love
yeah,
that game. It's funny looking at this personally. I think I haven't even played it yet, but I'm pretty sure this is the game I like the most. It's a Plague Tale Requiem.
Yeah.
I like the first game a lot. Because Elden Ring is not my type of game. Stray, I played it, but I didn't even bother finishing. I'll go back to it someday. Horizon Forbidden West, I liked it. It was great, but it was kind of just like more of Horizon Zero Dawn. I wanted more innovation. And
Hmm.
Horizon Zero Dawn, I was like, oh, we've never seen this before. It's great. So when Horizon Forbidden West comes out, it's just like, oh, it's this again. Okay.
Yeah.
God of War Ragnarok, I've said it before. I'm one of the people that doesn't think God of War 2018 is the greatest game ever. I don't understand why people like it as much. So I'm currently playing Ragnarok, and I feel the same exact way. I'm like, this is a good game. I'm not gonna say it's not a good game, but it's not as good as people are making it out to be. And Xenoblade, I haven't messed with yet, and Elden Ring, I don't want to rip my dick off. So I probably would just say it was like just by default, it's like yeah, I would probably enjoy Plague Tale more than anything else on this list.
Hmm.
Um, Now Rudy says it's Elden Ring. I find that surprising. I really, it's a toss up for me. I really don't know. God of War, Elden Ring. I honestly don't know.
Yeah.
They're all really good, like you said in the like originally. They're all solid games.
Exactly. Like they all have reasons to win, but it's really going to come down to Ragnarok and Elden Ring. Really, at the end of the day, it's one or the other.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think you're right about that.
totally.
All right. And next up, we have nominees for the most anticipated games, which
That's an
include
easy one.
Final Fantasy XIV, The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom, Hogwarts Legacy, Starfield, and Resident Evil 4.
So Final Fantasy 16, by the way.
Oh, 16. Oh, right. The I before the V is 14.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. Thank you.
no problem.
Final Fantasy 16. For me, it would be a tie between The Legend of Zelda and Starfield. I'm
Hmm.
interested to see what Starfield is going to be. Now, Hogwarts Legacy looks interesting. I'm enjoying the depth that they went into to the four houses and like the different stories and stuff like that. You get to pick which one you go through and the common areas for them. I've seen some videos. It looks really interesting.
Hmm.
I just don't know if the gameplay and the story is like gonna be executed well. That's the only thing. But for me, the two games that because I've never played a Final Fantasy game and I don't care for Resident Evil, so for me it's gonna be Legend of Zelda and Starfield are kind of like my most anticipated games.
Yeah, for me personally, it's Starfield. The
Hmm.
winner of this award is Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.
The winner of this award, yeah,
It's if this doesn't win, I mean, I
yeah,
would be so shocked. Like
yeah,
I can
Yeah,
say that with 100% full confidence.
that's
yeah.
the
I
top
mean,
game for me
yeah.
as well. I'm like, and I can't wait till it comes out. I played Resident Evil 4, the original, but I don't know. This
Oh,
is
this
just
is a
like a
remake.
revamp, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
a
just
revamp.
like
It's a revamp.
they're just revamping it, right? It's like they're not
Well,
changing the
no, they're
story.
changing it up. They're updating it like they did with. They've been doing it with they did it with 2 and 3. They're gonna do the same thing with 4. And the versions that have come out for 2 and 3 are phenomenal. Like you were talking about Metroid Dread
Yeah,
earlier, Disco.
yeah.
They have that where I forgot the character's name, but he's in the world hunting you as you're playing the game the entire time. So it's the
Oh,
same exact
nice.
thing. So it's like that was in. I believe it was definitely in Resident Evil 2. I think they put it in 3 as well. So it's like it's very much an anticipated game because they're revamping
Yeah,
everything. But I mean, you look at Legend of Zelda shook the world. Whether
Yeah.
I think it's a good game or not, it doesn't really matter.
That shit was phenomenal.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna say it right here. Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. That's a solid 7. But this is, like I said, very anticipated. So I'm sure that's
Yeah.
gonna win.
It
If
is
not, then
anticipated.
it
I
is
can't
no,
wait
Starfield.
for
yeah,
that
for
game,
sure.
man.
Yeah.
It's the only reason I'm gonna be able to pick up my Switch again.
Yeah, dust it off.